Before the fame. What these celebrities did for a living. When we look at celebrities, we often see them at the peak of their careers. Glamorous red carpet appearances, massive fan followings, and million-dollar deals. But behind the fame, fortune, and flashing lights, many of them started in the same place as the rest of us. Struggling with bills, juggling multiple jobs, and wondering when, or if, their big break would ever come. Before they became household names, these stars lived surprisingly ordinary lives. Whether flipping burgers, scrubbing toilets, or selling products door to door, these jobs gave them resilience, character, and sometimes even the stories that would later make them legends. Here's a deeper look at what some of today's most successful celebrities were doing before they were famous. Jennifer Aniston. From bike messenger to breakout star. Long before Jennifer Aniston won hearts around the world as Rachel Green on Friends, she was hustling in New York City with odd jobs just to stay afloat. She worked as a bike messenger, speeding through the streets of Manhattan, and also held a job as a telemarketer, cold calling people to sell timeshares, a job she once said she was terrible at. At one point, Aniston also worked as a waitress and even did minor roles in off-Broadway productions. These early struggles and rejections only strengthened her drive, and when Friends premiered in 1994, her life changed forever. Harrison Ford, carpenter with a dream. Before he became the roguish Han Solo in Star Wars or the adventurous Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford was a self-taught carpenter. After struggling to find acting work in Hollywood, Ford took up carpentry to support his wife and children. Ironically, his carpentry skills led him to do some work for director George Lucas, who then cast him in American Graffiti and later in Star Wars. Ford has often credited his blue-collar work ethic for helping him endure the years of rejection. His story is a powerful reminder that sometimes your side job can unexpectedly become your stepping stone. Madonna. Fired from Dunkin' Donuts. Today, Madonna is known as the undisputed queen of pop, but her first job in New York was far from glamorous. After arriving in the city with just $35 in her pocket, she took a job at Dunkin' Donuts in Times Square. The job didn't last long. She was reportedly fired after squirting jelly on a customer. That misstep didn't hold her back. She pursued dance classes, worked as a coat check girl, and eventually joined bands before her solo music career took off in the 1980s. Chris Pratt. Living in a van, selling coupons. Before leading blockbuster films like Guardians of the Galaxy and Jurassic World, Chris Pratt was living in Maui, Hawaii, sleeping in a van, and working as a waiter at a Bubba Gump Shrimp Company restaurant. He also worked as a door-to-door coupon salesman, trying to convince strangers to buy discounted memberships for services they often didn't want. His charisma didn't go unnoticed. Actress Rae Dawn Chong spotted him at the restaurant and offered him a small acting role, which eventually led to his breakout as Andy Dwyer in Parks and Recreation. Meghan Markle. Calligrapher and party host. Before she became Duchess of Sussex and a global media icon, Meghan Markle worked behind the scenes in a very different world, hand-lettering invitations as a freelance calligrapher. She taught calligraphy at a store called Papersource and helped pay her bills between auditions by addressing high-end wedding invitations, including for celebrities. Her elegant handwriting was a skill she developed while studying theater at Northwestern University. Markle also did briefcase modeling on Deal or No Deal before finally breaking into acting with her role on Suits. Johnny Depp. Telemarketing before the treasure. Known for his eccentric roles and deep characters, Johnny Depp wasn't always a Hollywood heartthrob. Before his film career, he was in a rock band and worked as a telemarketer, selling pens over the phone. He reportedly used fake names and stories to persuade customers, a talent that later translated well into acting. His life changed when actor Nicolas Cage suggested he audition for a movie. That audition landed him a role in A Nightmare on Elm Street, and the rest is cinematic history. Rachel McAdams. Not so fast food. Canada's sweetheart, Rachel McAdams, worked at McDonald's for 3 years before becoming famous. She has openly admitted she wasn't a great employee, saying she was too slow and once even broke the orange juice machine. Still, she kept showing up and doing her best. That work ethic carried her through drama school and eventually helped her land roles in Mean Girls and The Notebook, 2 films that cemented her place in pop culture. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, from $7 to stardom. Today, Dwayne Johnson is a global megastar and one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. But his past was riddled with struggles. He worked as a dishwasher, a bouncer, and even tried to make it as a football player, until an injury ended his dreams of playing in the NFL. At his lowest, he had just $7 in his wallet. That figure became so symbolic for him that he named his production company $7 Productions. Turning to professional wrestling as a last resort, he transformed into The Rock, and eventually transitioned into acting with charisma and determination. Margot Robbie, sandwich artist and house cleaner. Before dazzling audiences in The Wolf of Wall Street and Barbie, Margot Robbie made ends meet by making sandwiches at Subway. She also cleaned houses and worked behind bars at local pubs in her hometown of Dalby, Queensland, Australia. Despite having no formal acting education, her hard work and natural talent earned her a role on the Australian soap Neighbours, which opened doors to Hollywood and global stardom. Kanye West, from folding clothes to fashion icon. Before launching the Yeezy empire and dominating the rap world, Kanye West worked at Gap, folding clothes and organizing shelves. That early job left such a mark that he referenced it in his track, Spaceship. Ironically, decades later, he would collaborate with Gap on a billion-dollar fashion deal. His journey from retail employee to global trendsetter is a testament to creative ambition and an unshakable sense of vision. Dreams begin in the ordinary. The stories of these celebrities prove that success rarely comes easily or fast. Whether working in retail, selling over the phone, or waiting tables, these stars all started with humble beginnings. But what they shared was persistence, belief in themselves, and a refusal to give up. For anyone stuck in a job they don't love or wondering if their dreams are out of reach, these journeys show that your current situation doesn't define your future. Fame, success, and fulfillment can emerge from the most unexpected places, as long as you're willing to chase your dream and embrace the grind. Pretty inspiring, right? These celebrities prove that no matter where you start, whether it's flipping burgers, folding clothes, or selling pens, your dreams are still valid. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories of your favorite stars, and drop a comment telling us which celebrity journey surprised you the most. And hey, who knows? Maybe your current job is just the first chapter of your own success story. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay inspired, stay motivated, and keep chasing those dreams. Don't forget to tap that bell so you never miss our next upload.